This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in New York City. Delighted to be joined by Reshat who makes his third professional appearance tomorrow night, Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
How are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm all good. I'm all good. They call you the Albanian bear.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Why are you the bear?
Man, I don't know. Just like the way I fight, everybody just keeps calling me the Albanian bear. And it came out of nowhere. To be honest, I was fighting. Everybody just started calling me Albanian bear. I was like, okay, I guess it's gonna stick.
Okay, let's see if we can make it stick. Reshat. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago you made your debut. Was in was it Chicago?
Chicago, yep.
Chicago.
October 7th.
Absolutely. And,
October 6th. I'm sorry.
It was a bit of a mixed night for your gym friends and colleagues, or I don't know what the word is there I'm looking for, but obviously Nikita Ababi had a sensational win. Nikosi Solomon suffered a defeat, so you know, I'm assuming the three of you are quite close in that way. So
we're family. That's pretty much it. That's how we put it. Not a lot of people say it, but you know, we're family. We're brothers. So it's, you know, hopefully today again there's three of us fighting again. So hopefully everything goes good at this time. But you know, that day was unbelievable for us. You know, me and Nikita was definitely, you know, it went up. We stopped both of the guys with the same shot, actually, body shot. Yeah. But you know, this time hopefully Nikosi's, you know, pulls out the win and looks phenomenal. You know, and that's the game plan for all of us today. Tomorrow, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow night, yeah. Got to get used to that Friday night thing.
Yeah, I know. Because usually it's like you feel like it's
Friday is normally a weighing day.
Exactly.
So, yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of talk about you, obviously, when you turn professional, and now kind of you're on your journey. But talk to me a little bit about why people were kind of really putting you on a high pedestal ahead of your debut.
Oh, because when I turned pro, when I was 13 years old, I had a thing called the 13-year prodigy, which it went viral. I was surprised at how viral it went.
What is that? Talk to me about that.
It was pretty much a documentary about my life.
Right. Okay.
And I did MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, all that stuff. So everybody knew who I was when I was 13 years old. So everybody kept telling me, "When are you turning pro? When are you turning pro? When are you turning pro?" And after I won the national Golden Gloves and, you know, the college, you know, national tournament, and after I turned pro, everybody's like, "Oh, it was Matchroom." Like, they couldn't believe it. It was a surprise. You know, I wasn't planning on turning pro. That was the main thing that was going on too. I was trying to make it to the Olympic team, and then once I talked to Eddie Hearn, he was like, "You know, we want to turn you pro." I said, "Okay, let's turn pro."
I'm glad you got his name right, because Peter obviously thought his name was Eddie Hearns.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest, I saw that video. That's why I'm making sure I'm saying it right.
But to be honest, I was just interviewing Amanda Serrano 10 minutes ago, and she said the same thing. So I think this is a thing in America.
I'm learning. I'm watching all these videos, and everybody saying Eddie Hearns. I'm like, you know, make sure to say it right this time. So
I think he quite likes it now. I think he's Hearns here in the UK's Hearn.
Yeah. All right. No, I'm gonna make sure I say it right. You know, because I'm gonna make sure I say it right compared to everybody else.
Absolutely. You're obviously very early on in your career now. This will only be your third fight, but moving forward for 2019, what's kind of the plan for you to get the rounds in, to get consecutive fights, obviously to be as active as you can possibly be, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's the reason I want to be active. You know, I want to get my wins in there. I want to win, and I want to look good doing it. You know, it's not just I don't want to get the wins. I want to look good doing it. I want to get the stoppages. I want to look good. I don't want to take less damages than the last fights that I did. You know, I took some shots that I wasn't supposed to take. You know, there was no damage. You know, I want to make sure I fix those bugs that I took last fight, and you know, progress.
The weight category you're in is one of the toughest weight categories you could be in. So when you eventually kind of get to those stages, you're not going to be sort of short of opponents. I mean, we're talking very early on now, but I'm saying the current scene of that weight division is very, very strong, especially here in the US. Oh yeah, no, it's
probably one of the best weight classes right now in the game. Right now, you have everybody. You have Terrence Crawford, you know, the guy that's considered one of the pound for pound. Yeah. You know, you can name anybody, and that's it. That's the weight class. That's the main weight class that everybody wants to be in right now. And you know, I want to put my name out there. I want to be in the top 10. You know, soon. So I know it's too early. You know, I only have 3 fights Friday. This will be my 3rd fight, but I'm definitely gonna get my name out there. I want to make sure everybody's gonna be like, you know what, that's the guy that's in the weight class. He's gonna be the guy to watch out for.
Why was boxing for you? I'm going to say as a kid, but you're kind of young now. I'm not going to refer to you as a kid, but you're quite young now. But why was boxing for you?
It just, for me, it was like a chess game. All the other sports that I've done, kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, they were trying to go force for force. So it was like everybody's just banging with each other. Boxing was more of a chess game. You had to figure out what you had to do to win the fight. And, tomorrow I'm going to show it. I'm going to have those right pieces. I'm going to show the right movements. And I'm going to, hopefully stop him.
Your career is in the hands of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn to a certain degree as well. So you have everything behind you. Mm-hmm. So as long as you kind of deliver what is somewhat expected of you, then everything else will take care of itself. Yeah,
my main goal every fight is just to put on a show. I want to make it at the end of the day, but that's the fight that everybody wanted to watch. That's the thing that I've always wanted to do ever since I was an amateur too. Every time I fought, I wanted to be the fight of the night. That was the one that's like, damn, that was the fight everybody wanted to watch. And hopefully tomorrow that's going to be the same thing.
What does Eddie say to you about this year then? What's kind of expected of you this year? What conversations have you had with him?
We've had conversations, especially after the fights too. He showed me my flaws. He told me which what I've done wrong and stuff. But definitely put more fights. That's the fight that we want to do. We want to do more and more and more fights. We want to be super active this year. And that's what I've told him too. I want to be super active. I want to get these fights in. I want to put on a show and, get Matchroom out there.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Hopefully, I deliver.
What I'm about to tell you is kind of an interesting and not interesting story at the same time. So, I think it was about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, where I am, I live just outside London in a place called Essex in England. And my local club had your local club come and spar with them, Atlas.
Oh, yep.
So okay. I just remembered that actually because I was there that day. They asked me to come down. This was probably about 4 years ago. And a group of young boys travelled over from Atlas Kids and Cops. And yeah, they sparred. And it's just, like I said, it's an interesting story.
Yeah, I remember it too. I remember when that happened. I believe it was one of my teammates, Henry Clare. I don't know if it... That I was supposed to be on that card too.
Really?
I was supposed to be there.
The club was called Wickford and Billericay. There's a video. I filmed the video actually. I just had a look at it a little while ago. But that's the club. Yeah, it was in a place called Essex.
I was supposed to. I remember because I was supposed to be down there too.
Really?
But no one wanted to go down and spar. Like I think it was a spar or was it a show?
I think it was a show. I think they'd come down but I think they'd kind of paired up the kids together and
I remember they were telling me to try to get me to go down there, and I was like I'm all for it. I want to definitely go down there, but they had nobody for me.
That would have been a great story if you were there. Yeah. If you were on a video from like 4 years ago. For me, it would have been a great story. But like I said, it's very early for you, but we're just at the start of 2019, so get as many fights as you can in. And
definitely, yeah. I wanted to, 2018 was a good year for me. I didn't lose at all that year, so it was definitely a good year for me. I won all the tournaments. I won 3 tournaments straight, not 2 of them were national tournaments, and 2-0 in the pros. In 2019, it's going to be a good year for me.
Absolutely. Reshat, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and hopefully we'll grab a word with you after your fight.
Definitely.
Tomorrow night.
That sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.